So it's a little bit cold and rainy, but I still have some time this evening to do some stuff. And I need to mark out the property lines on my property a little bit better, because when the surveyors came, they put the stakes out when the ground was still frozen, which means they didn't pound them in that far. And then I'm going to put some T-posts in to mark where the corners are. That way I can clearly see and have just a clearly defined border between where my property ends and their property begins. Let's head over there. So I just signed all the paperwork earlier today. It's really exciting that this is finally going to be mine. And here we are at the first site of pins. Now, I actually own 30 feet out into the road because the government gives every square inch of land somebody's name so that they can tax it. So I pay taxes to the middle of the road. Here is the stick. And look, right there. That's the surveyors. That's the surveyor's post. So that needs to be pounded in further so that it's protected. Because they just pounded them in the bare minimum, because like I said before, the ground was like frozen. So I'm just going to take the bar, put it on there, and pound it in. And it pounds in really easy, as you can see. So I've already countersunk that about 6 inches. I think we'll go 1 foot. That right about there is about right.
It's the shed.
It's in the shed.
I call it the storage building.
The one with the whirly things on the top?
Yeah.
The one that actually has doors that close.
That's right. The postal pounder from Grandpa Hughes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a hammer.
Oh no.
That'll work. Okay, see ya. Now all I gotta do is put in a T-post. And I think we're just gonna do the T-post right to the outside of it. These nice T-posts, just bought from my dad, $3.50 a piece. Pounding these in with a hammer, although it works, it is kind of the miserable way to do it. I can smell burning paint from when the hammer slid. Alright, one down, like 6 to go. So the second one is actually located out there. Got another T-post and we'll be off out to there. So it's kind of a wider swath this direction. A little bit of hay, which is pretty nice. Probably enough hay to sustain at least 2 or 3 animals, depending on if you kept them through the winter or not. There's our next stick. Alright, that'll be sufficient. The T-post, nice and tall. Takes a lot more stomach muscle to pound posts this way than it does to pound them with a post hole pounder. Guess we could do this one right here next. Ooh, frozen wipers. One of my sisters hates that. Let's see, where is it? Oh, it's right here, but the orange cap is gone. That's kind of weird. I wonder where the orange cap would be. Oh, I bet it floated away. Because in the springtime, this gets really wet. But here, look. So they've changed what these are made out of. This is just like a bar. Piece of rebar actually is what it is. It's like 1/2 inch rebar. And there was an orange cap, and it looks like they put some of this orange tape on there to kind of squish hold it on the top. But I do not see where the orange cap went. This becomes a puddle, so it probably floated away, which means it could be anywhere in this kind of waterway area. Could have flowed out into that pond, or it might be just somewhere here. Oh, look at that. There it is. So this is what the new surveyor's post looks like. Buell. I think that's the company that came and did the survey work. So you just take the cap, just poke it back on over the piece of rebar, and that is why I'm going to countersink them. Otherwise, it will just disappear. Makes me wonder kind of how long this piece of rebar is. Man, stuff goes in the ground easy out here. That one there I could almost push in just by hand. You have to watch out for when you're pounding on the top of a post like this. Sometimes the little paint chips fly off and sting you in the face. As long as you don't get hit in the eye, you're fine. On to the next point. Bunch of heavy things to carry. When you drop something you don't want to pick up because you're carrying lots of heavy things. That's annoying. Okay, we're good. Alright, now we're headed to the northeast corner. Stick a countersink that pin and get a T-post put in. So sad about the barn caving in. Whenever I want to feel sad, I just have to look at the barn. But I'm happy to have the place, barn or no barn. Now we're in the alfalfa. There it is. Right there, that one's cap is still on, thankfully. Yep. Yeah, a post hole pounder would be ideal. I should just go get my brother Ben's. Next stop will be the southeast corner. So here's the little waterway that the property borders. And my property line curves with the edge of the waterway, so one stake here, one a little ways down, and then one a little bit further. So it kind of, the waterway actually doot doot bites into the property this way. And this waterway is pretty swampy and marshy pretty much all year, as you can see. But the farmer, he owns all this, going up and around, which is fine with me. And there is our next pin that we got to get pounded in. Two more. So the next point is directly straight from there and angles. I just dropped the hammer. I was kind of expecting to get hit by the hammer, but thankfully it didn't hit me. Anyway, come straight out to this one right here. There it is. There we go. This border's a lot less sensitive since there's a waterway, but I'm still going to stick them in next to all the official surveying posts just so that I always know where they are. One more to go. This is where the tillable starts. Not sure if I should just take the tillable land from the farmer right away, or if I should just let him farm it, because I don't have any specific need for the land right now, but at the same time I'm probably going to want to plant some trees on it. Alright, and here's the last one, right on the corner. Kind of a dilemma spot. So we can see, this looks really funny, but my other post is right there. And it looks like this is an angled line, but I think it's perfectly parallel with the road. I think that the reason why it looks angled is because this is angled and my brain automatically thinks that it's straight, but it's not. From here straight over to there, that's what's straight. But kind of a dilemma because I might put a couple posts in between, but then I'm gonna end up taking up this tillable soil right here, which is, I feel like, kind of annoying for the farmer to have to just start planting out here. Neat little place. Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad we can get that off of my checklist. While we're out here, I think we should take a look in that water. Ready? Cool because that water's so clear. Alright. Sorry, the lens is all smudgy. But I guess that concludes setting posts to protect the actual surveyor's stake. Talk to you later.